Hi everyone, it's me, Benny the Digger Truck, and today I'm gonna read Oh Say Can You Say by Dr. Seuss. Oh my brothers, oh my sisters, these are terrible tongue twisters. Said a book reading parrot named Hooey. The words in this book are all phooey. When you say them, your lips will make slips and backflips, and your tongue may end up in St. Louis. Fresh, fresher, freshest. Do you like fresh fish? It's just fine at Finny's Diner. Finny also has some fresher fish. Finny also has some fresher fish. That's fresher and much finer, my bad. But his best fish is his freshest fish. And Finny says with pride, the finest fish at Finny's is my freshest fish French fried. So, don't order the fresh or the fresher fish. At Finny's, if you're wise, you'll say, fetch me the finest French fried freshest fish that at Finny fries. Din Shin. We have a dinosaur named Din. Din's thin. Din doesn't have much skin. And the bones fall out of his left front shin. Then we have to call when Plinner Blin, who comes with his handy shin pin bin, and with a thin bit, and with a thin Blin shin bone pin. My bad. Blin pins Din shin bones right back in. My bad. Bed spreader, bread spreader. Bed spread had spreads on beds. Bread spreader spread butters on beds. And that bed spreader better watch out how he's spreading. Or that bread spreader is sure going to butter his bedding. 8 cakes, great cakes, as he gobbled the cakes on his plate. The greedy 8 said as he ate, the greener green, and grapes are the keener keen, and apes to gobble are to gobble. Oh, green grape, hey cakes, they're great. Huh? Are you having trouble in saying this stuff? It's really quite easy for me. I just look in my mirror and see what I say. And then I just say what I see. Now let's talk about money. You should leave your Glocks home when you travel by air. If you take him along, they charge double the fare. And your Glocks must be packed and locked up in a Glocks box, which costs much, much more than a little old Fox box. So it's heaps a lot cheaper to fly with your foxes than waste all that money on boxes for Glockses. And what do you think costs more? A simple thimble or a single shingle? A simple thimble could cost less than a single shingle would. I guess. So, I think that the single shingle should cost more than the simple thimble would. Eat at Skipper Zips. If you like to eat potato chips and chew pork chops on Clipper ships, I suggest that you chew a few chips and
have a good night. You too. Bye, Gav.
Bye. A few chips in the chop at Skipper Zip's Clipper Chip Chop Shop. And if your tongue is getting queasy, don't give up. The next one's easy. The Fun Nuddlers. There are so many things that you really should know. And that's why I'm bothering and telling you so. You should know the first names of the Fun Nuddler brothers, who pile each on the heads of the others. If you start at the top, there are Bipper and Bud, and Skipper and Jipper, and Jeffrey and Judd. Horatio, Horace, and Hendrix and Hud. And then come Dinwoody and Dinty and Dud. Also Fitzsimmon and Frederick and Fudd. And Slinky and Stinky and Stort and Stud. And down at the bottom is poor little Lud. But if Lud ever sneezes, his name will be Mud. Quack, quack. We have 2 ducks, one blue, one black. And when our blue duck goes quack, quack, our black duck quickly quacks back. The blue quacks make her quite a quacker, but black is a quicker, her quacker backer. And speaking of quacks, reminds me of cracks and stacks and sacks and shacks and schnacks. So, oh say, can you say, I have cracks in my shack. I have smoke in my stack. And I think there's a snack and a sack on my back. West beast, east beast. Upon an island hard to reach, the east beast sits upon his beach. Upon the west beach sits the west beast. Each beast thinks he's the best. Which beast is best? Well, I thought at first that the east was best and the west was worst. Then I looked again from the west to the east, and I liked the beast on the east beach least. My bad. Pete Pat's pigs. Pete Briggs Pat's pigs. Briggs Pat's pink pigs. Briggs pats big pigs. Don't ask me why, it doesn't matter. Pete Briggs is a pink pig, big pig patter. Pete Briggs pats his big pink pigs all day. Don't ask me why, I cannot say. Then he puts his patted pigs away as Pete Briggs pink pigs big pigs pig pen. My bad. Fritz food, Fred food. Fritz needs Fred and Fred needs Fritz. Fritz feeds Fred and Fred feeds Fritz. Fred feeds Fritz with Ritzy Fred food. Fritz feeds Fred with Ritzy Fritz food. And Fritz and Fred has often said, I'm a Fred had fed Fritz. Fred's a Fred. Fred's a Fritz fed Fred. How to tell a klotz from a glotz? Well, the glotz you will notice has lots of black spots. The klotz is quite different, with lots of black dots. The big problem is that the spots on a glotz are about the same size as the dots on a klotz. So, you first have to spot who the one with the dots is. Then it's easy to tell who the klotz or the glotz is. What would you rather be when you grow up? A cup, a cop, and a cop's cap. A cop, and a cop's cap, or a cupcake cook. And a cupcake cook's cap, or a fat flat jack flapper, and a flat jack cat. Or if you think you don't like cops cats, flat jack flappers, or cupcake cook's cats, maybe you're one of the choosy chaps who likes cookie Captain Caps perhaps. More about Blinn. Well, when Blinn comes home tired from his work pinning shins, the happiest hour of old Blinn's day begins. Mr. Blinn is the father of musical twins, who tucking twin and instruments and twin chins. Will their daddy need to sleep with twin Blinn violins? And, oh say, can you say, far away in Berlin, a musical urchin named Gretchen von Schwinn has a blue-footed true-footed, trick-fingered, slick-fingered, six-string tin schwinn mandolin. Rope soap, hoop soap. If you hope to wash soap off a rope, simply scrub it with scrope. Scrope is so strong that no rope is too long. But if you should wish to wash soup off a hoop, I suggest that it's best to let your whole silly soap souped up hoop soak and Soapy Cooper's super her soap off hoops soak suds. Merry Christmas mush. One year we had a Christmas brunch with Merry Christmas mush to munch, but I don't think you would care or for such. We didn't like to munch much. And speaking of Christmas, here are some great gifts to give to her daddy. If your daddy's name is Jim, and if Jim Slim, the perfect Christmas gift for him is a set of Slim Jim Swim fins. But if your daddy's name is Dwight, and he likes to look at birds at night, the gift for Dwight that might be right is a bright Dwight bird flight night sight light. But never give your daddy a wireless. A wireless with whiskers is not a good pet, and a wireless which whispers is worse even yet. When a wireless lisps, whispers through tough, rough, wet whiskers, your poor daddy's ear will get whispers and blisters, and that's almost enough of such stuff for one day. One more and you're finished. Oh, say, can you say? The storm starts when the drops start dropping. When the drops stop dropping, then the storm starts stopping. The end. www.seussville.com